I love it. Welcome to everyone's a little queer podcast. I have Sabrina with me. Sabrina is an amazing human being that I've had the pleasure of knowing for the last 3.5, 4 years. She was started as our wedding planner and coordinator and just all around wedding badass that we had. She was amazing. I mean, you were amazing. And I still to this day will tell everybody that. And then we've grown into this amazing friendship that just has blossomed and just brings life to Mark and I every time we interact with Sabrina. So, welcome, Sabrina. Thank you for coming.
Oh, well, after that sweet introduction, thank you so much, B. It's great to be on here. This is so fun. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are here to talk about you. And we're going to have so much fun because it's great. And you're great. And so the story, your journey, everything is going to be, we're going to be out here telling that. And hopefully, maybe somebody can relate because oddly enough, we're all kind of the same. We all kind of have the same struggles. We all go through the same journey, whether we know it or not. It doesn't matter, right? If we're queer, straight, questioning, we are all a little queer. And everybody's got to figure out their life somehow.
100,000%. Yes. As I grow, like I just love meeting so many new people. I love experiencing other people and getting to know people because that's what happens. You find out that you have so many connections, and we're all social beings. And I just think it's healthy and good for everybody to learn new humans and experience different people so that you can keep your mind and your heart open in this journey that is life.
Yes, definitely. I recently, one of my daughter's friends' moms, she looked at us and she told Mark and I, she said, you meet people who are cup drainers. You're around those people and those people are just like exhausting. And then you meet people who are cup fillers. And she said, and this is the family aspect that Mark and I have grown and tried to instill in our kids and our friends is to be cup fillers, to be there and just be joyful and be happy and have fun. So that's what this is about: being joyful, being happy. Um, maybe shed a
I,
tear. Maybe shed a tear or two.
What's that?
I said just shed a tear or two. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, sad tears, that's a part of it too. But
Exactly.
I think I'm very blessed to feel like there's more happy days than sad days for sure.
I love it. Well, welcome, Sabrina. Let's start with where's home for Sabrina? Where do you consider when somebody says, "Are you home?" and you think of home? Where's home for you?
Oh, well, to be perfectly honest, home is probably the beach for me. I am a bum completely. I got addicted to surfing when I was like 17. And I have really a fun story to actually tell you too, because something just happened yesterday that kind of
Oh,
brings the throwback back to that beginning surfing lesson that I first had. But anyway, I really do. I could go to the beach and wake up and go surfing every single morning. It feeds my soul. And yeah, let me tell you. So when I learned, my buddy Gideon, who I worked with at a hotel downtown, it's called the Embassy Suites, and it's the old Citadel. So it's a big pink castle. It's pretty cool looking. Anyway, he was a super nice guy and like invited me out to go surfing. And I did, and ended up falling in love with it. And he actually gave me like a board that he made. It's a 5'6". So it's wasn't super easy to learn on, but it was like once I could surf that, then I could surf almost anything, and I just got addicted to it and wanted to travel to different places that had better waves. And yeah, the ocean, being on my board in the ocean is home.
I love that. I love that. Most time when you ask somebody where's home, they're like, "I was born here,"
I
or "I live here." No, that's great. I mean, I love being in the water. Like when I'm here, or I get antsy being in Kansas City. We are landlocked everywhere. That's why Mark and I normally try to come out to South Carolina, or we find a beach, Florida or Mexico or wherever, just to get into the water. The ocean has a magical feeling. Even though some people are like, I can't see the bottom in some spots, and I'll swim. I'll get in there and swim and be in the water and float and hang out. And I've never surfed. Still, I've never surfed. So
We gotta change that, Mark.
yeah,
We gotta
yeah.
change that.
I definitely think so. So, well, I mean, you're in the perfect place then to be
Yeah,
home is on the coast.
Charleston, absolutely. I'll take you out on the longboard and push you into a wave.
Yeah, you're gonna have to because I'm not that coordinated that way, but I can swim and keep myself above water, and that's what's safe.
It'll be a good time. It'll be a
Yeah,
good time for
excellent. Well, let's talk family. You want to talk family?
sure, sure.
So I love talking family. And I love getting perspective of family from people that are a part of this queer community because family is so dynamic with us.
Hmm.
um,
A
we
hundred.
have, we yeah, we talk about blood family, and that's who are we related to, who are we close with, who's been there, a part of our actual either marriage, family, or whatever. And then we have chosen family, and I
Hmm.
feel chosen family is such a bigger push and with some people in this instead of blood family. So when we talk about family, I love to get to know other people's families, get to know you and your family. Where are you with your blood family? Is it a blood family or is it a chosen family? Is it a blend? Where
Yeah,
are you at?
I agree. My mom's side of the family, they're from Alabama. My dad's side of the family is mostly Charleston.
Okay.
Um, and most of my mom's side of the family we're not really in touch with anymore. They were really fun growing up and stuff, though. I did enjoy spending time with them when I was younger. But then my dad's side is kind of small, but we hang out a few times a year. But it's not like it's hard. Like we just don't. None of us really connect.
Yeah.
My I feel very different than a lot of my family members. I had a couple cousins, actually just one cousin that I'm like somewhat similar to, but it's tough. They're a lot younger than me, some of them, and there's not
Is
too
that why
many
you
of them.
feel? Is that why you feel different? It's that age gap.
I think so. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think I think so probably. There's like a 10-year age gap. So it is, yeah, we just didn't like grow up together and anything.
Yeah.
And my uncles are just kind of like meh.
Yeah.
um
Yeah. I get it. I get it.
yeah,
My cousins are all 10 or 15 years older than I. We were
yeah,
on the end of the spectrum of age being with kids, my brother and I growing up, and we also didn't live super close to all of them. And so it's kind of a weird dynamic. And when you see them at family events, you're cordial. I see
for
you, I acknowledge you, but
sure.
I'm not going to share what I did last week with you because I don't think you care and I don't care.
It's like I don't even want to make that kind of small talk. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
yeah. So, and my parents and I have they're very lovely people. They're very nice, but since Trump came into office, honestly, like we just have absolutely nothing in common, and they bring up politics every time we're together, and it's really ruined our relationship. I don't like to talk about it with them because they're
sure.
so ignorant, and I don't like to fight.
Well, and unfortunately, we talk about blood family, and we see in the queer community so much since the election how people have been torn apart from their families over this, right? And it's not a sense of, "Oh, you just don't like this person because they're a Republican." No, I don't like this person based on morals, based on the fact that
Exactly. It
how can you look at your daughters or your granddaughters and say, "Oh yeah, this rapist is going to lead this country, or this liar, this grifter, this thief." And yeah, that's what he is. I mean, proven in court.
I feel the exact same way, and I feel like my parents are just, brainwashed. And I've like gone back and forth on this a whole bunch because I know I don't know, I think there's a certain section of my parents' generation that just like doesn't understand fake news, and because they weren't raised with the internet,
But
and maybe
they were the ones when we were growing up with the internet. Don't believe everything you find online.
true. I
And
mean,
now where are we at? The tides have turned to where we look at Facebook and go, "Did you see what's posted?" And you look at it and you go, "That's AI. That's
huh?
not even that's
It,
there's no way Trump is Superman. That's not real, people."
I know. So yeah. So anywho, but
It
back to
is.
the side, they just don't. I don't know. So anyway, I'm not super super tight with them. Like again, see them every now and then, but we don't. I don't like talk to them on the reg. We're not super close. And but chosen family, that I have a massive one, and I think you should just surround yourself with people that like serve you, and not in like a narcissistic way, but like that you serve each other.
Right.
Yeah.
We're filling those cups for each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I don't know. So that's
Well, and you have that kind of personality, Sabrina, that I
oh,
knew from the get-go when we met you the first time at, I think it was the catering food tasting that I came to Charleston with, and you're in there with your computer and you're typing notes, and I'm like, "I don't really like this." And you're like, "I got it. I got it. Okay, we're not like that." And I'm like, I left. I called Mark. I said, "I don't know who that girl was that was on the emails, but I met her. She was amazing."
Oh, love
So
you.
you have that personality to really bring in cup fillers into your life and really bring that chosen family. I'm sure, you know, we outweighs the loss ish. Not always. It's a tough loss right now for families.
Hmm.
And, even friends, right? You might have blood family, quote unquote, but they are friends.
Yeah.
That was us. We had, blood family that I was like, these people are my ride or dies. And then the election happened. And it was, when you attack me for being me, we don't see eye to eye then. Okay, you've shown me who you are, and you've shown that the tide had turned and you're done. And
And
that's all it took.
to like be friends with, to spend time with, like, I mean, yeah, you're aligned. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to spend time with somebody whose moral compass I don't necessarily agree with, or whose intellect or anything or heart I don't really agree with, I mean, I like to be cordial and be kind to them, of course, always, but like
Right.
that's my friend or my
Right.
favorite.
Yeah. And it's hard too when you look at that and, we say chosen family, because let's be honest, in the queer community, the chosen family, we don't want to talk about Cheeto Benito constantly.
Yeah.
We don't want to talk about Hunter Biden's laptop. We don't want to talk about all the other bullshit happening in DC, because let's be honest, nothing in DC is happening to better anybody in this country ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't matter who was in office. When Biden was in office, we had stuff that was passed legislative wise, but we had so much that wasn't, that was stopped, that could have helped healthcare or helping the single mothers, single fathers, helping the kids in school with lunches. We're not passing good things anyways. Doesn't matter who's in there in the office. Why do we want to talk about it? We'd rather talk about Drag Race, or which we will
Absolutely.
talk about later, Drag Race, and then also who you hooking up with, girl. That's who we're talking about, because that's more important to us. We don't care about DC. We don't care what's happening.
That's what I'm talking
you
about. Yeah.
know
We want a spicy conversation. That's
Ex-
way more interesting.
it's
I
so much more that's filling
Yeah.
my cup.
Yes, that is filling that
I
fucking
love
cup.
it. Well, I want to jump in though. We got the chosen family. We know your chosen family is ginormous. I know that. I've seen it, I hear about it, and also just the way you are. And anybody who's listening is going to immediately know, wow, she's an amazing person. I want to hang out with her. Yes, go hang out with
Oh,
Sabrina. Go get on your surfboard, hang out with Sabrina.
you are too.
But we know, we've talked, gender is a spectrum. Sexuality can be a spectrum.
Hmm.
And, you fall into the spectrum bisexual,
Yes.
and we're exploring that bisexuality right now.
Yeah, I mean, a lot more.
Yeah.
I've recently left the house from my husband, who I've been with for 9 years, married. Tack another couple years onto that for dating, and yeah, it's a lot of baggage, but I'll try to sum it up pretty quickly. We got married right out of college. I was 21 or 22 years old. At the time, a very devout, like, Christian, was raised Southern Baptist, had very conservative ideologies, and pushed down my throat my whole life growing up. So, goal to finish college, to have a family, like that kind of thing was just very like, that's what you're supposed to do. Well, I've always felt like a little different than a lot of other my girlfriends,
Yeah.
just with like what I want in life and stuff. A lot more like independent, of like, I'm not really like a cookie cutter like wife. I've never really felt like that. So anyway, we got married. First 4 or 5 years were really tough. Beginning, like I said, does have a lot of baggage, so it was a lot of it was very negative. There were a lot of negative moments,
Now,
a lot of abuse.
you guys weren't did you guys go to the same, live from the same town? Was it
Yeah,
like,
we
so
went to high
it
school
was it
together.
was almost kind of like Sabrina and your husband, they were meant to be, they got to be together kind of thing. Like, did you feel that
Definitely,
pressure then of like, I have to be with this person because everybody is saying that?
I definitely did. I
Yeah.
definitely did. And then, like, yeah, I
It's
don't know.
arranged. It's almost arranged without being arranged.
I
Yeah.
don't want to say too many like bad things about him, but there were just some things he kind of did that kind of forced me to stay in when I tried to leave a few times, and I kind of just got stuck because I got told from him. So I wanted to move in together after college, and I was like, I just want to live together. Like, I don't think we need to be married, but our parents on both sides and him were like, that's not okay. Like, God
Oh.
says that you have to be married to move in together.
So
We have no choice.
he had that conservative, that because it's that Southern Belle
Mm,
viewship of traditional marriage,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. So hardcore. And I was still kind of believing it. Like was still naive and had just gotten back from like, a mission trip in Vancouver and I love that. But selfishly, the reason I loved that so much was yeah, I enjoyed visiting different temples and like learning different religions for sure. But it was to travel. Like
right.
I
Yeah,
wanted I mean, not to be like, I hate, sorry, Jesus, but
yeah.
I couldn't afford a study abroad thing. I
Hey,
didn't come
look, I've read the Bible,
same.
as an atheist, one of the things that I look at is I want you to show me evidence, right? If you can
Sure.
show me something, I'll believe it.
Yeah, I get
Right?
it.
If it's backed up, not well, there was a sculpture made or there's a painting made.
Yeah.
Like, show me truly this. But as an atheist, I was always interested in it. I took religion classes through high school, like AP religion classes that if they offered them, I took them. In college, I took a
Oh,
couple, and because I was interested, I wanted to know about religion because I grew up kind of the same way that you did,
yeah.
but my family was Catholic, and so we had Catholic on one side, Christian on the other side, and it was very that. I mean, my great grandparents were from Italy,
Yeah.
Catholic. It was like that's what it is. So I wanted to know because I never believed in that. I just something didn't sit right with me, and that was just me. But I read it. Reading that Bible, Jesus traveled.
Definitely.
You traveling is just like Jesus.
Oh, exactly. Exactly. He gets me.
I
But
get you. I get it. Wanted to travel. Jesus wanted to travel. So let's be honest. We say everyone's a little bit queer. Jesus is a little queer. He hung out with 12 dudes and one woman. I do the same thing.
that's
Just
fair.
saying.
I mean, he did love everyone,
And
so
he loved everyone. And that's what it's all about, right?
yeah, yeah.
So,
I
but
definitely
yeah, having that
sorry.
conservative traditional value in
Mhm.
your marriage that you don't feel, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I've evolved a lot since we've been married, and like I said, the marriage hasn't been really great. Like I have a lot of bad memories when we travel, bad memories together, some abusive, memories, and like I did try to leave him again in like 2019. I actually, you're gonna love this. I had a lease signed to move in with two other gay boyfriends.
Oh,
uh, he kind of trapped me in a negative way.
okay.
So I stayed, and then I was at the time like lying to him. I didn't like cheat on him or anything, but I did lie to him about hanging out with this other guy, and I was like using him as a scapegoat to try to get out. And I just ended up feeling so bad about it. Like he made me feel so bad about it, and I stopped and I blocked him, and I was like, I don't really deserve to like. I made a vow to you, like you're right, like I'm just so sorry. I just kind of felt like that guilt trip for a really long time, and then I just put my head down and was like, you just kind of like you've got a good life. You get the dogs. We've got two gorgeous dogs, a nice house. I was like, the families, and I just melted into that. And then
You're
the
trying to
next,
justify. You're trying to justify the
yeah,
shit situation you felt that you ultimately felt you were in with materialistic things,
yes,
right?
totally, totally, yeah. And
And that's very common.
I
That's
got that,
common. I mean,
yeah,
I did the same thing with my ex-wife. I had the family. I had this. I had that. I had my house. I had her family. But I was like, it's not. We're not compatible.
exactly. Something's missing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
compatibility is so important.
I really believe that. And over the years, I just we're so different. We're so different. I think we always were, but like the more that I've grown, I've just become a lot more stronger and independent. So I just left literally like a week ago. I left the house, and I'm living
Cheers.
with my cheers. Not drinking today because I had too much wine last night.
It, feel
My,
that.
with with
Where's your
my
hydration pack? There you go.
but anyway, but I moved in with my gorgeous girlfriend. She was nice enough to let me come in. She has a room, and it's been actually perfect. Like I was really scared about what I was going to do and where I was going to go, and that seemed to fall into place kind of easily. So I still do believe in a higher power. I'm just kind of figuring out my religious journey still, but I
You,
pray like a lot.
what is that term? Agnostic, right?
Sure, yeah,
You believe something is out there, you're not sure what it is.
for sure. Because I
And that's okay. I mean, you grew up in that conservative lifestyle, deep down rooted in your values. It's probably there, but you also hold true to your value yourself.
I
And I
really
think That's so important.
I agree. I just think always learning and always keeping your mind and your heart open is so important, you know? Like I just want to learn as much as I can while I'm here in this life, you know?
I I feel that. That's why I'm always busy doing something. And that's why
Same.
I started this podcast. Everyone's a little queer, just because I thought it was important to, for me, I wanted to really start getting out there and just start learning about other people and where they are in their journeys and their lives, because you meet friends and you know them to a certain point, or you meet people, you know them to a certain point, but it's important to actually know them and share that and share those journeys. And you never know who's, maybe somebody's in the same boat. Maybe
Exactly.
you are giving somebody that courage today to go, fuck this, I'm out, and call their Gabby and go hang out, and
You
say,
know, that's what's so beautiful about the internet, I think, and about social media. Like, I mean, sure, you can use it for OnlyFans and like really raunchy stuff. I mean, that's fun too. Yeah, but but really, it's like it's just great to connect with people and to be able
yes,
to people that are on the other side of the world that you do, like you said, that maybe you're going through the same thing, and because it feels so good when you have community. Like it makes the difficult shit you have to go through in life a hell of a lot easier.
it does. Yeah. I think, and we're sitting here talking, and I want to go back and I want to say, Sabrina, let's talk about your journey. Let's talk about the discovery of Sabrina. However, I feel like Sabrina's journey is just starting.
I think that too, actually. Yeah.
I think
I'm
you're just starting. I think all the years prior, you were in the trial phase of Sabrina.
mhm.
And I think your journey is starting now.
It feels that way a lot. I haven't felt this way since I was like in college on my own and like, really like true to my agency, back in 2019 after I was like made the hard cut to just kind of let go and, try to be a good wifey. I got really depressed. I fell into a horrible depression. I gained a bunch of weight. I wasn't happy with myself and like, I mean, my partner, like, sorry, I shouldn't have used his name, but,
Oh, that's fine.
I
You can
don't
say
know.
whatever you want. This is free conversation, girl. You just have the conversation.
I guess it is. It's out in the open, but he kind of just like let me go too, because that's kind of one of the biggest, probably the biggest like issue with my current partner is that I felt like we have not matched each other, like maybe ever, and especially as I've evolved in the past just few years. He's like pulled me down, not filling my cup.
Not
We'll
feel,
put
yeah.
yeah,
Emptying, being an emptier instead of a filler.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly,
And you
100%.
said you have had this awakening the last few years.
Yeah, I think with my role, my job actually, like I
Okay.
love doing the weddings. They were so fun, but really getting into a career that I had hunted for, that I wanted something that I loved doing, and that made me good money, and gave me happiness. Like in my current job, so I manage the Charleston area for a local distribution company. We sell a local like craft beer and boutique wines and kombucha, like really good products. I love it. I love my
Yeah.
job. And yeah, so I design my own schedule. I have an amazing boss. I love, love, love the beer industry. It's filled with a bunch of amazing people, and I love beer. I've been
Yeah.
drinking beer with dad since I was a kid, like German beers, and I've always loved beer. So it fits me so well, and it gets to be so social all throughout the week, and like meet different people, make different relationships and connections, and it is like it feeds me. So finally finding that, I think, and just being able to completely be myself, because even with weddings, like in the fall, I like to color my hair, like funky colors, and like do and
Sure.
the tattoos, and I'm a little edgy and a little, I can be goth sometimes, especially during spooky season. Sometimes I
Well,
feel
that's the best season, girl. I mean,
besides summer, do love
I
summer.
mean, yeah, but you're talking to the neighborhood king of Halloween right here.
Eek, I
I
know, I love costumes.
Oh my gosh. And so a couple
So
weeks ago, we were sitting out by the fire pit, and this couple walked by with this Labradoodle, golden doodle. Oh, I don't know, big doodly looking dog. And I was just being kind and everything. I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you guys before. Are you new in the neighborhood? And she looks at me and she goes, Bernard, we come to your house every Halloween. And I said, oh, okay. I was like, well, welcome back during the summer when there's nothing in the yard and there's no decorations and there's no drinks.
yeah. So, we'll see you in October.
I was like, I did. I told her. I was like, well, I'll see you on Halloween then.
But
But
yeah, feel like I could completely be myself, I guess, with the weddings and with
Yeah.
doing. I did my last one in April for a couple friends, and I'll totally do them for friends still. But it's just you have to be so selfless, and I'm good about. I love doing it. Like I still am a little bit of a people pleaser, but I've reached an era this year where I was like, I really need to start putting myself first. You know, I finally started going to therapy again.
Good.
Yeah, and I am doing like I'm again not in like a narcissistic way, but like as
No.
RuPaul says, if you don't love yourself, then how in the hell are you going to love anybody else?
Yep, absolutely. 100%. I relate so much from everything you said. I was in a heterosexual relationship for 10 years, 5 of which were married to her. Um, we separated, and then I didn't date anybody. Wasn't sexual with anybody, nothing for almost 18 months. And it was just one of those things that I was on a journey to find myself. I wanted to figure out who Bernard was. How do I make him happy? What does he need to be happy? And just kind of continue that before. And I thought about that because I got married young. We were together. We got married young. You know, I was still technically 20 when we got married. And then a month later, it's young. And, you know, how old were you when I don't remember how old you were when you got married.
21 or 22,
Yeah, early.
freshly out of college.
And for you, that was more religion pushed.
Totally,
That conservative, traditional husband, wife, if you're going to live together, you're going to share a bed, you have to be married.
totally. It
Or,
was.
yeah. And mine wasn't. Mine was, well, I'm in the military, you can make more money, but it just wasn't. We weren't in the spot in the position to do it.
I get that too, but like I don't. I don't want to do that. After doing so many weddings too, I would see certain couples that like had that, like they have a connection, and then I see it more around town. I'm more just observant of it, and I haven't had that with. I mean, he did not treat me right in the very beginning of our relationship. When we were dating, he was not good to me.
Yeah.
So I have a hard time letting go of a lot of resentment. And like, just I hate that that's our foundation, you know? And like, I mean, we had two different dates for our wedding because he made me elope on the beach and like pressured me into doing it. And I didn't want anybody there. It was like, well, if we're going to do it, it's just going to be us. And then his fucking parents showed up with his grandparents. And I just,
It
and then
turned into a whole thing for him and not you.
yeah, and the whole date actually was his mom's birthday. So like our anniversary was like his mom's birthday, and then you know,
That's
and I'm
weird.
just like this past May, they wanted to go out to dinner for his mom's birthday. Also our anniversary that I haven't we don't even do anything for because I like don't want to. I don't have those romantic feelings about it, but they wanted to go to Hall's Chop House and I'm a vegetarian. So
Yeah.
I have stuff, but it's just like that's also a thing that they do all the time and I haven't eaten meat in like 7 years. So it's just really, and does the same shit. Like he does the same thing. Like I mean, well, I don't. It's just
It's almost it's not to say that it is, but the perception on the outside, right? I'm an outside perspector here. I got my magnifying glass. I'm watching. I'm probably more of a monocle kind of guy. I would wear a monocle over a magnifying glass. Outside perspective looking in, it's definitely that traditional male female role
yeah,
relationship,
yeah,
right? I Whether it was intentional or not, I'm not saying it was intentional, but it's
hmm
rooted in how y'all grew up, where you're from, where your parents are from, and how they've raised each of you.
hmm
To a point, there's got to be some sort of deep down going roots that say, hey, you know, especially from his side, I want it this way, it's going to be that way. And then a little bit of the internal conflict I feel that you have of being yourself, or were being yourself, because we're on the new journey. So you were being who you were, thought you yourself, but also that internal conflict of I want to be more. And now we've broken free.
yeah.
And we've
I
broken free. We're having more.
We really are. I mean, I've felt kind of caged up for a long time, and I like a couple years ago, I woke up and just was like, I have got to do something about this, like being overweight and just like depressed and shit. So I was like, I just did it. I forced myself to eat like 1,000 calories a day, and I made myself go running again, and like and just go. I joined Pure Barre, which is like sort of like Pilates, I guess, but like ballet focused. If
Okay.
no heard of it.
Nope.
Oh, I love it. My next milestone is 500 classes. So I'm almost there.
That's amazing.
great ass now. It's really great.
Oh, I do not doubt that. If you're doing that kind of work, I guarantee you, nice ass.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah,
But
that's one. I mean, you look great.
I got to feeling better, and then I was like again stronger, and
Yes,
everything. Like, and I have a huge support system. I have so many friends behind my back and that understand, and some that have even been through similar situations. So I'm like in a place right now where I'm not sure what's going to happen. We're separated right now, but I have to figure it out. Like, I can't just keep. And
correct.
he has to figure it out too, because he's just become completely overbearing and like codependent on me, and doesn't have anything really. Like, he doesn't have his own life, and
Yeah,
I can't take him sucking it from me anymore. I can't do it.
yeah.
So
That's you know, unfortunately, sometimes it's you rip that band-aid and you just go,
yeah,
and it's easier said than done. I know that. I know
for sure.
that.
I miss the
It's
dog so badly. That's the worst part.
yeah. Well, I mean, fur babies are babies.
Yeah. And I saw them earlier, so I am seeing them a couple times a week because I can't. They're my life. But luckily, my roommate Gabby slash good friend has a black cat. It feels great to have a black cat again. Since my name is Sabrina. I grew up
Yeah.
with a cat, and it feels necessary. And and a great dog.
I think
So
it's wonderful. I mean, what was the push? Did you
uh,
just wake up one day and you said, "I've been doing Pilates. I'm strong. I'm a bad bitch. I can go. I'm out."
there's definitely another piece to the puzzle. That's a good question, Bernard.
Oh,
Okay.
is it a person?
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh, this is
Um,
juicy.
Great question. Okay, so June 6th was my ex-German boyfriend's birthday. Um, I he started following me, or I started following him on Insta. I don't remember which, like a few months ago.
Okay.
And we've been watching each other, liking each other's stories every now and then. And I kept telling myself, don't dabble. Like, you should not talk to him, even though I've been thinking about him a lot. I dated when he was a foreign exchange student in high school. He was so fucking cute. We connected. We went to prom or whatever.
Oh,
Um,
fun.
dated for like a year and a half until he had to go home. And we were so young. So we were just like,
Right.
sad. I remember crying at the airport. I didn't have the money or at the time to even consider. I couldn't like go to Germany. It didn't come from money like that. So,
Yeah. Oh, I get it. Yeah, absolutely.
and we had to go live our lives. We just split, and then you kind of lose touch because he's in fucking Germany, right? Anywho, yeah, Instagram, great little connection it is. And so I just thought I shot him a happy birthday, and I just fucking did it. I just shot him a happy birthday. That was
Nothing
6,
wrong with a happy birthday.
little Gemini, yeah. But we've been talking every day since.
Okay.
Yeah, we caught up, and then caught up turned into, oh my God, we're so similar. This is cool, like how we've turned into like almost the same person. And I am so attracted to him. My God, he looks a lot different. He's muscular. But he's so similar to me. He goes running, and he goes biking, and he goes to CrossFit. He's really into that. He's successful in his career. He loves to travel. He goes independent traveling, and he loves food. And I don't know, he's just another guy, and I'm just enjoying talking to him. I don't want another commitment. I'm
Right.
enjoying some of my girls. We'll
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah,
But
definitely. Well, good.
I,
So just you woke up and said, was it an opening, like an eye-opening thing for you to be
totally, I like, if I'm having these feelings again for another guy in my marriage, clearly my heart's just not in it, and I've got to figure this
Yep.
out. And I'm not being honest to honestly, if I stay, because it's clearly not in it. I've been thinking about all day, like, way too
Yeah.
much. And we've had a lot of sexy talk, and he's so fucking hot.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Look, if you're not getting it at home, you got to get it somewhere. So,
Yeah, and
especially if it's, kind of not to say ending or anything, who knows what's going to happen,
yeah, yeah,
but it's not satisfying. And
totally.
it's not mentally, it's not emotionally, it's not physically. And those are all the things that you have to have in your marriage. You have to have all of that to be there.
We, most of the nights, this is so hard to like hear, or say, but almost every night I would rather be downstairs like watching lesbian BDSM and helping and like fucking myself than I would like to be a fucking and
That's my God. That's so. I mean, good for you that you can pleasure yourself that way. And no offense, but I think lesbian porn has got to be the most boring porn I've ever seen in my life because I'm like, where does the penis go?
yeah, I get that too, but I just love me some ladies, I love me some girls. They're so
Sorry.
pretty.
I had to let the fur baby in because she was whining that she was not a part of this. You're
There is a
fine.
part I do want to mention that I did take virginity, and I love that when I told him nothing like yours
Oh,
was like true. Like, oh fuck yeah,
you hold that card. You hold it. And you're also like, and if we need to just renew it, we can renew the card.
I want it so bad,
That
but
membership is still there.
I
I love it. That's
it's
I
kind of safe a little further away though. So I think it's safer that we're able to just talk like this and enjoy
you
the
got to
talk.
get yourself a friend with some flight benefits though. There.
I mean, we have talked about meeting up in New York because we've also talked about going to like he's very sexually open, which is what's so hot to me.
Oh,
Oh,
I
I've been
love that. Yes.
so we've shared each other's like fantasies and stuff. Well, not all of them because there's a bunch, but um, and one of his fantasies is for like me to put a strap on and like go inside of him
Oh,
and
and like peg him.
for sure. And
Oh.
he's yeah, and I think that that's so fucking hot. Like it's just so open. Like he also wants to like fuck a guy. He says he never has, but he wants to try.
Oh,
And I
that's the thing about Germans. I fucking love the Germans because
love it.
they are so sexually open because they look at sex as
Sure.
just an act, not nothing that has to be like rooted in a deeper meaning at times. Sometimes you
It's
can
so
just
hot.
have sex.
You can just enjoy it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So
Oh, I
we've talked about all of it, and I just love how open he is.
good.
Like, oh, it's so attractive to me. I just love it.
I that's when that was one thing I noticed too. Like kind of the same starting towards my end of my marriage there. I find myself
Okay.
watching bisexual porn and then more just gay porn and then really wanting to get into that. And then I met this couple and this couple become my Thursday night activity. Like
Ooh,
I would leave work at 10 o'clock and we would meet at the bar and then we would go back to their place and we would hang out and I would hang out with this couple. And we did that off and on every Thursday, every other Thursday. That was just my Thursday routine.
did it get saucy?
Him, yeah, and he was bisexual. She was into everything. And oh my God, that was eye opening
That sounds so.
of just everything. I was like, I am getting everything I want in one session. And then it really started to progress of like, okay, I really enjoy this. And now kind of like where did I want to push it to? And kind of open myself up to pushing different limits and trying different things and everything.
Same. Like, I don't know. My husband just, I don't, he just doesn't do it. I mean, he's not great at going down on me. And and I might could teach him and like really, I've tried to tell him to certain things, but I don't know. But I also think it's just mental. It's like for me or for a woman, maybe for everyone. But if I'm not mentally like really into you, then it's not gonna happen.
Like
Um,
when you're having oral sex, I really believe what you're saying right now. Mentally, you have to be mentally there in the moment with that person and accepting what's happening.
yeah, and like
I
want,
used to Yeah, you have to want it. I used to think that there was a problem with me because I used to tell people all the time, "I don't like blowjobs." I was like,
yeah,
"I don't like to get a blowjob," right? But I'm thinking now as you're talking, I just think it was never with the right person because I'll tell you what, I truly enjoy a blowjob now.
yeah. I love being eaten out if
Yeah,
you're doing it right.
when you're doing it right or you have somebody that you're not like thinking in your head like, okay, are you done yet, like, oh, do I need to go get the dry cleaning today or groceries,
Right.
because it's boring, it's not happening, it's not right. Yeah, I'm with you. It's mentally you got to be there.
My God,
Yeah.
honestly, it's porn that he liked, and then I sent him some stuff that I liked, and that was a good session.
What? Yeah, there you go. I love that. And even but that's the thing, because you said you were married for 9 years.
Yeah, I still am. So
Right. Yeah. Well, you were married for 9 years before the current separation, before the
yeah,
new journey of Sabrina has happened.
Yeah.
And the sex life is going to change in marriage, obviously. It's going to adjust, you're going to change. But if somebody comes to you, if your partner, your spouse comes to you and says, "Look, I need a little bit more," you got to be able to put in a little bit more
Yeah.
or whatever and adjust or and you got to be able to evolve as well. If you're doing the same thing 9 years later you were doing on your honeymoon night, it's not going to be the same.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I like understands that that's where he's at. Like he completely gets that that's what he's been doing basically. Like that he
Yeah.
has with me and stuff, and he feels very remorseful about it, but and so hopefully this time will help him really push and find himself again and be more independent and have friends and shit, but I'm not sure what's gonna happen a few months down the road, but I'm relieved. I'm very relieved and grateful to be where I'm at. There's been a lot of little weird things happening in the past few days too that have just made me feel like well, like whatever, maybe there was a guardian angel or somebody above, like kind of push, like looking out for me and kind of making me feel like everything's okay and like this
Yeah.
might be right. Um, yeah. So yeah, so the buddy, I think, did I say Gideon that I ran into him in the water yesterday? The guy who like
Ah.
my first surfboard.
Oh,
Like
yeah, yeah, that's what you were saying in the beginning, yeah.
sorry, I don't think I finished. So yeah, so yesterday I went out surfing in the morning, and yesterday it was I woke up feeling like really sad. I cried on the way out there actually. It's the first time I've cried. I haven't cried during this whole process, which is another kind of sign. But anyway, but I cried mostly because I was missing the dogs so much, like woken up and not seeing them. Because it's the first thing I do in the morning is I go love on them, as soon
Yeah.
as um so anyway, I got out to the ocean and I had the choice to meet up with a few like friends or whatever, but I just wanted to be alone. So went on my board alone, and then like after 15 minutes of being out in the water, this dude next to me looks at me and he's like, "Are you Sabrina?" And I look over him. It's fucking Gideon. I haven't seen him in like 14 years.
Wow.
Dude, again, the dude who like got me obsessed with surfing, such a great guy. And I fucking ran over in the water, gave him a giant hug, and like freaked out. And everything just felt so much better after that. It was, so we caught up and shit, and yeah, I surfed. It was beautiful.
It's the restarting, it's the awakening of Sabrina.
It's crazy. Like,
It's
yeah,
it's this new journey for you of we have so much life to live. We're so young, we have so much time. And I think that's what
every blessing, and I got to
yeah.
live every day to the fullest. So I've gone on a few dates already. And yeah, and, ate my girlfriend Katie out last weekend. That was
And that's
minus
exactly
one.
what you should be doing every fucking day. Or sorry, every day fucking. That's what you should be doing.
Yeah, we just went to Chico Feo on the beach at night, and it was fun, but we were still
Oh,
hungry.
and that's the thing. Oh my God. Outside public play, so much fun. Being
It was,
outside, being where you're not supposed to be doing things, so much fun.
oh, I love public sex. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, I've always wanted to fuck in an elevator. I told Hannes that was one of my fantasies too.
Yeah, I would totally do that.
Yeah, like I just want to wear like a long slit dress, make it super discreet,
Oh
but
yeah.
would do it.
Oh my God. Okay, if it happens, I want an update. Yes, I love that. Well,
Yeah.
we have established with the men that you want to fuck, the porn that you watch, bisexual. But were you one of those people that came out? Were you a coming outer, or were you just like, I am living this life now?
It goes way back actually. No, so I remember playing with one of my girlfriends when I was a kid. I was like, God, we were maybe 10 or 11. Super young.
Yeah.
Maybe older, but it was young. I mean, I don't even think I was a teenager yet. And I just remember us both playing with each other's pussies. And I remember being attracted to her. And I remember being attracted to a lot of like female celebrities. I used to have a huge crush. I think everybody did, but like on Keira Knightley, that sex scene in Atonement still gets me off.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna say no, because yeah, that's where
But
you watch it, and well, for me, you got you. You got to adjust a little, and
of course.
you at least can just sit there and be like, I am enjoying every moment of this, and nobody knows.
Didn't really explore it too much in high school, but until senior year with my best friend. and a random coworker. We had a threesome.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah. So that was, and then, it happened again in college, with a few girls. So yeah, no, I didn't really have any like moment where I was like, I'm bisexual. I do remember telling my mom when I was much younger, like, what if think I might be gay? And I was so young.
Yeah.
And was cool about it actually. She was like, "Well, if you are, then guess you're gay." She was just like,
Oh, that's actually surprising to me
"No,
based on this traditional mindset of conservative values and
yeah, really
the
good."
Trumpism and everything that we've established. Kind of surprising that that would be the response, not the here's the Bible, read it until you're not gay.
Yeah, absolutely. My parents are weird. Like I don't know. They're good people. They are. They just they've got they've got their stuff mixed up a little bit
Yeah,
with
I
I think it's the world.
I didn't like throw a party, right? I didn't say, oh, I'm whatever. I mean, I've been bisexual since I was like probably about the same age, 11, 12 years old.
Okay.
Um, and kind of the same thing. I remember my first experience was kind of with one of my friends, a little truth or dare moment, in the woods kind of
Yeah.
thing. And I was like, I like this.
Hmm.
And then I kind of messed around with a girl as well. And I went, I like that too. I was like, oh, fuck, what the fuck does this mean?
Yeah.
Because then I didn't know that there was a term back then. I didn't know what it was. I just knew that I kind of liked it all. And I remember younger kind of exploring porn and looking at all of it, just exploring all of it. And so I get it. And I never really had a big come out. I told my mom and I told my dad, and I told my dad, we're not even close. It was just more the fact that if he showed up at my aunt's house, who I'm super close with, for like a dinner or something,
Hmm.
and I had a man with me, that it wasn't like oh my God, a surprise.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, he was drunk when I told him and everything. He's like, well, I'm going to love you no matter what, and blah, blah. And I looked at him and I said, I'm not looking for your, affirmation. I'm not looking for that. I'm just telling you, this is a statement, not an approval request or anything like that. And,
Yeah. Like yeah.
um,
You can.
and he was like, well, your stepmom and I always just thought you were gay. And I looked at him and I said, no, I'm only gay when I'm sucking dick. You know, like that's
Aren't we all?
Yeah, that's the only time I'm gay. Other than, well, I'm only gay a lot more times now, but every time Mark comes to bed with me, that's pretty gay, and I enjoyed that gay life. So
Hey, yeah, I mean, Hannes has got me wanting to experiment a lot more shit.
I know.
Stuff too,
Hey,
so.
enjoy it. That's
I am. I really am.
I love it. I love sexual awakenings for people
Yeah,
because it's amazing the endorphins that it is releasing on a constant level.
it's true. It makes you a lot happier when you orgasm.
It does.
Hmm.
Or it makes you tired and you can go to bed when it's late at night. It just depends on where the sun's at, I think. It's all
Totally.
based endorphins
Mood,
with sex are based on moon, sun, location, and time of day.
all the things.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love that you didn't have like a coming out, right? I'm
Hmm.
not a
A little
coming out.
different.
Well, and Mark and I both, Mark didn't come out to anybody.
Hmm.
Well, except for his dad. I guess that's a lie.
Right,
He
right.
did come out to his dad and his mom. But everybody else just kind of he's just like living his life. And we both have the same view. I don't feel that you have to come out, right? Because the heterosexual kid at the table is not coming out.
I don't feel
They're
like
just
you need to.
dating.
Well, I think it is what you whatever you need.
It is
No,
what you need. Yeah. If you
if
feel
you
you
need
don't want to, don't.
exactly. Nothing against at all somebody like
Right.
coming out and wanting support that or just wanting affirmation or whatever it is that they're seeking from wanting to express it. I think that's beautiful and should be
Yeah.
loved and should be people should welcome that. But I just don't. I think my friends all know that I'm bisexual. The people that love
Sure.
me, that like care about me, like they all know.
That chosen
And I
family
don't
knows.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to express it and be who I am. And if anybody, doesn't like that, then I mean they won't be in my circle. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
But
I mean, and I think that's exactly right. If you're not going to accept me just for me, bye.
I
Like
mean, yeah,
you don't have to be here,
no,
You don't have to be around. You don't have to enjoy my joys with me and celebrate my successes and, wallow with my pity whenever I don't have a success, and that happens.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need that. We don't
No.
need that negative energy.
No, just
Yeah,
okay, okay, next. That's the thing about a chosen family. I can have as big as I want, and I can have as small as I want. I just have what's going to fill my cup up, right?
exactly. I mean,
And
yeah, surround yourself with those people, the
yeah,
beautiful people,
I
inside
love
and out.
it. I love it. Well, we are on that journey. You're on that journey, but you've been around for a while. You've seen it. I'm sure, especially doing weddings and stuff. And so I'm curious to get your take on this. Um, we all talk and we all see that there's so many misconceptions, especially in red states,
Hmm.
about the queer community, the LGBTQIA plus community. What do you think is some of the common misconceptions? Why do we need to tell people about those?
Common misconceptions of gay marriages, you mean?
Well, marriage, the queer community, just
Yeah.
it's always being attacked, left, right, center, for because it's not that traditional conservative view.
Well, I mean, I'll never understand, because I don't. There's so many horrible things happening in the world on a daily, the wars overseas, everywhere, like Israel. I
Right?
mean, fuck, places that, like Korea, it does, they can't even leave their country because they still have a crazy person that's like ruling their lives. Like, there are
Yeah.
really terrible things. I mean, child pedophilia, like sex trafficking. Those are the kind of things I think that should upset a normal, like a person, and make you like fiery. And those are the focuses we should all have. Like, I mean, it's a cheesy thing, but like, world peace is 100%, I think, like what I would wish for if I had one wish. I mean,
Right.
but most people don't, they choose to, not most, but I think most people in the world are good, but a lot of people just, I don't know, they get into their head about things and like think that this a book, like, say, just use the Bible for instance, that they've been raised with is the only way. Like, you have to do things this way to get into heaven, and maybe they get scared that they won't, that they're gonna just die, because I
Yeah.
think a lot of humans are afraid of death. That's also something that kind of interesting. Like, I'm really not. I What used to be when I was a lot younger, and something happened, I don't know, in my 20s where I just kind of stopped feeling that anymore. And I just, now I pray every day when I wake up, and I thank the power above me for allowing me to breathe again and have
Right.
another day. And then
You
I
know,
just try to live each day as much as I can.
it's not
So
and it's not
went on a
just
little tangent.
well,
Sorry.
no. I mean, that's no, it's perfect. It's perfect because I look at it and it's not just America. There's not this attack on the LGBTQIA plus community in the United States or in just the red states and protected in just the blue states, right? It's all over this world. You go into places and you hear about, trans athletes or trans healthcare or
Hmm.
anything like that. And it's one of those things I think that you're right when you say that some people I don't want to say use it as a scapegoat for hate, but there is kind of at times that scapegoat when somebody says, well, it's a sin. Homosexuality is a sin. The first thing I look at them is say, well, who says that? And they say, well,
Yeah.
they say it's in the Bible. And I go, well, what year was your Bible printed?
And who
Because
printed
I
it?
only
Who
look at the
wrote?
Bible from 1946 and before because pre 1946, the word homosexuality was not in the Bible.
And who actually wrote those Bibles? I mean, if you go back to Egypt in the beginning days, everybody was gay. Back to, everyone was a little bit queer. Like, they fucked
Again,
everybody.
Jesus hung out with 12 dudes and one woman. That is a drag show.
And the reason I brought all those like negative things happening up in the world is because
Yeah.
I just think that's where the focus should be. Why focus your energy on people's love lives, people's
Right.
sex lives? Is your life really that boring where
There
you have
you
to?
know what? Yeah.
I mean,
I truly believe that their lives have got to be that boring.
come on. Like, like, just spread love. Love is love. Love is so good. And there needs to be more of it in the world. And the stigmas against being queer, I think, are disgusting.
Yeah.
And queers have way more fun than most people. They're way more sexually open than most people. They're honest. Usually,
They're yeah, aggressively honest.
yes, but they do not say sorry, and I think that more people need to be like that. They have backbones because most of them have been through shit, have been
Right.
through judgment, or have been through a hard awakening, because it's not that easy for everybody to kind of figure out what they want sexually and what they want in this life when were, I mean, up until just what 20, 30 years ago, like homosexuality is absolutely persecuted, and it still
Correct.
is, obviously,
Yeah.
every like so many places.
I mean, there's still trigger laws in, so many states that if Obergefell fell and was
Mhm.
overturned, gay marriage just like that in so many states,
I know.
and you look at something like that. And I used to work with a guy when I first got to this facility that just hated me, and then would, like, he made a couple of derogatory remarks or whatever because I was openly bisexual. I wore pride stuff, whatever. That's just who I am. I'm just colorful. I like to have fun. I like to be a good shining
Yeah,
beacon of light.
you
You never
sure
know who's going to
are.
be looking at stuff like that. And so when I heard that, I said, well, somebody should tell his wife he's thinking about me a lot at night, because that's the way I look at it. If you're thinking about me, then you might want to tell your wife you're sorry, because
Mm,
you know I'm also fun to
eh,
think about.
here's my number.
Yeah. If only he was
Well,
good
you're
looking. He's
right.
totally old and not good looking. So
Never mind,
no,
gross. No.
that's okay. I got the good one now.
Yeah, you do, Marky
Y- I
Mark.
know, it's
So
wonderful.
smexy.
So he's so hot. I know. I got lucky with that one.
You both are. You're
It's
looking so good.
well, and it's we kind of did we had our own little awakening a couple months ago before his sister's wedding. We woke up, and I think for me, I've been trying to find a little bit of motivation here and there to just like get up, go run.
Yeah.
And I was doing it here and there, but then with Mark, he had this like awakening of like, okay, we've gained weight since our wedding. Things weren't fitting the way we wanted them to, and he goes, "We're done. We're changing it." Our diet changed, our routines changed. We started exercising, started eating healthier, started taking care of our bodies a lot differently, and just watched the pounds drop and
You
watched
probably
it
feel
go.
so much better.
Oh my gosh, I feel lighter every day,
Yeah.
and it's been a wonderful journey. And it's when you see us in person, you're really going to be able to tell, because you're going to, oh wow, holy shit. Kind of like when I
Mm,
saw you last summer when we came to Charleston, we had lunch with you. It was like, holy shit, look at you, girl. Had I
yeah.
known we were doing Pilates and tightening up the ass, I would have commented, but I did not know at the time.
I think it's even better now.
Yeah.
Sure, you might. I think it's much better now. It's good. It's nice and how
It
do I get
is
to
a
the
nice
There
it
we
is a
go.
nice ass. Look at that girl. No wonder you're left, right, center with all these people.
There we go. Yeah.
I love it. No, I agree with you. And it is. We have if we took our combined power of the world, of the people who are focused on not keeping their people just situated in one country, and we said, let's do something to help people and truly stop things.
Yeah.
Stop wars that are unnecessary. Stop violence. You could come together and help. And we always say we know the big thing is over Roe v. Wade, and this is going to be a tangent of mine. We say Roe v. Wade, we overturned it because we're protecting children, we're protecting kids. You're only protecting them until the moment they pop out of the womb, and then
Yeah.
after that, there is no help financially for the struggling mother, for that child, for food for that child, for education for that child, nothing. And then it
Yeah.
comes, well, that's the parent's fault. Well, no, because this child may have not had this had we been able to do it, take the other way, take the other road. And that happens. And it's just unfortunate. It's just sad. Well, the final thing, Sabrina, that I like to ask and kind of talk about, because it is all of us in the queer community. Um, what does pride mean to you?
Oh, I love that question. Pride to me means so many things, but community it means being open and loving everyone. And being when I say open, that means you're able to accept everyone's love, and it's just love. Pride is love, honestly.
I think that to me, that's what I agree. It means love. It means loving yourself, loving each other just for your being yourself.
Yes. Yes, and when I don't know, Pride is always so much fun. It's exactly that. It's filled with a bunch of people that are just wanting to have a good time with one another, and they're usually beautiful and there's so much color, and they're just all like a sweet community and having fun together, and it's just all positive.
And I think that's what people do maybe not understand, that aren't a part of this community. When you have people who are not a part of a community, they're uneducated. And not in a negative, I'm not trying to be a dick about it, saying that you're not smart, but you're uneducated on the reasons for the community.
Mhm.
Pride that's what pride stands for. Pride stands for being out, being open, being oneself, and unapologetically loving yourself. That's why we have pride. That's why June is Pride Month, to celebrate that. And it's important to express that and teach that. When you hear you and I both in red states, I know I've heard it. Why do we have pride? Why is pride a thing? I don't want to see that rainbow flag. That rainbow flag doesn't just mean gay. It means that whoever is wearing it or has it or is holding it, that they are a safe person to be around.
And again, I'll always go back to it, but like that, why focus your negative energy on something that's clearly not, it's not affecting you. It's really, you're allowing it to affect you in a negative light. And I really can't stand negativity and pessimism. I really can't stand it. Why? Like, you have one life. You woke up today. Like, look on the bright side. That's a fucking bright side, if you ask me. You know, I don't think that you need to. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like when people are just looking for something to be upset about. You know, I mean, it's just like complaining. Like, I mean, sure, we all complain for, you know, it happens, but
no, we're human.
It's more than others. Yeah.
We're designed to look at something and complain. Even on my best days, I will find something to complain about.
Yeah, that's also part of what makes you so gay.
My house is too cold in the middle of summer or something. I will complain about something. We all know, we all do it. It's natural. But I agree with you. It is one of those things. Also, if you don't like pride and you don't like the rainbows and the colors and the party, because I'm telling you right now, pride is a party.
It's a party.
It celebrates, and that's what pride is. It's a celebration, and the gays, we can throw a party.
Definitely better than anyone. Yeah.
And if you don't want to come party, then don't come.
I've been following King Princess for years. I've always loved her, and I want to go to her Bazongas party so badly.
It would be insane.
Yeah. And all of you, if you do not know what I'm talking about, you need to follow that on Instagram right now. Go enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I love it. A little plug. I love it. Plug it away. I love it so much. And yes, Mark and I did Pride this year in Provincetown.
Cool.
Amazing. We fell in love. We thought it was, we made amazing friends. They like at the hotel, they were the floor right below us, and the room right under this lesbian couple. Amazing, kind, so much fun to party with lesbian couple who I actually was texting earlier today, just keeping in touch with them. And we would lean over the balcony and we say, lesbians, it's time for dinner, and go, you know, or lesbians, we're going to get drinks, you know. And
I ride a Subaru, and when I was asking my friends like what I should name it or whatever, I had two different friends. One say Scissors, like immediately, great, perfect,
yeah,
big name for sure. Then another one gave me the Pokemon Sizor, but like in reference to Scissors. I clearly have a good friend circle.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
that's perfect. And we were just talking about this at work, and so my theory is still true. I like to play a game on the highway. If you see a Jeep Wrangler or a Subaru, you play tiny penis or lesbian.
Ooh.
Right? And so I was saying this because I call all Subarus Lesbarus, because they're, let's be honest, they're all Lesbarus. It's a Lesbaru. And I said that, and there was this guy that I work with, and he goes, I drive a Subaru. I said, do you like women? He goes, yeah. I said, do you like lesbian porn? He goes, yeah. I said, Lesbaru.
I mean,
and he just started laughing. He's all in good fun. We were just joking, but it is a fun game. I used to play with my friend Megan. She had a Jeep Rubicon. And we would drive down the highway and we'd see another Jeep, and I'd say, tiny penis or lesbian? You drive by and you go, flat bill, hat, long hair, lesbian.
Ooh.
See? So it's a fun game you should play, you know, while you're driving around Charleston.
Yeah.
And then if you see one and she's cute and everything, you roll the window down, you just do the hand. Just, hey.
Oh, absolutely. When I see the lesbian driver sticker on the back, I like go up. Sometimes I want to be like,
Yeah. I love it. I have a sticker on the back of mine that says gay as fuck. So you know, that way everybody, you know, we can see it, you see it. Also, move out of the way because I'm driving faster than you. So
I want that sticker.
Yeah, I will. You know what? I made them. I'll make you one. I also made one. There was this place down in Houston when we were there for Christmas last year, Mark and I, it was this little a queer-owned boutique. The owner she was so sweet and so kind, and she was saying how they were doing a fundraiser in a couple weeks, like in January. They did a fundraiser for the LGBTQ arts program in Houston, some program in Houston. And I was like, this is incredible. So I made them a bunch of keychains that said still here, still queer. And then I made a bunch of gay as fuck stickers. And then I also
keychain too.
And then I'll make you one. I'll make it all. You'll have it all for you. You'll have it all in the guest room when you come visit. I also made another sticker that said it's a peach on the end, and it says your sky daddy can eat and it's a peach on there.
Yeah.
And I have that one, and I did that one instead of saying the word ass or anything, because I was like, well, I'm driving in and out of work. I should be a little bit,
We need a tongue to go with that peach.
I can put a tongue on there too. I'm very creative. I will have stickers for you. I'll have a keychain for you when you come visit, Sabrina.
Yay.
That you can count on top of having a fun time. And we will continue when you come talking about all the sexual adventures that you're going on, because I am elated to see. I've known you, like I said in the beginning, I've known you for about 3.5, 4 years. And to me, you've always been this happy, bubbly person. But I'm going to tell you right now, Sabrina, this is a whole different you, and I can tell, and I am excited for this journey that you're going on, this self-finding journey, and we're gonna have to have you back here later down the road, see where you're at, see where we've grown from, because your journey of your queer life, just open, bisexual, sexual, and not even just sexual, but just happiness is just starting. And I'm so excited to even be a part of that in any minuscule way.
Thank you so much. Yeah, a few friends have said that. I feel it. I really do. I'm just, I'm just living my best life, and I'm excited to see what happens in the future. A little nervous for sure, but it's so good. It's so good.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't have a crystal ball, right? So you're not that kind of witch, right, Sabrina?
I wish.
Yeah.
I fucking wish.
Don't we all? I would be in the middle on an island by myself if I had that crystal ball, because I would have already cashed out on it.
Oh, you just got Benet in my head. I'm an island.
Yeah. I love it. Well, before we go, I do have a question for you.
What's that?
Are you caught up on All Stars?
Oh shit! No, I've been too busy.
Oh, she's been too busy. You've been too busy eating pussy and sexting a German to pay attention to All Stars.
Can you blame me?
I cannot blame you. I cannot blame you. No,
I haven't been watching TV, honestly. So I there's a little tiny backstory to that. So like I feel like and I missed out on saying that I've been using like marijuana, like I've been smoking my brains out basically for the entire marriage. Yeah. And that's all we do is just like smoke and watch TV and endless amount of film. And I love film. I love film studies. I'm super into it, but I feel like I've wasted so many hours watching television that I haven't watched TV in weeks. I don't have any TV in my room. I don't want it. I don't like it. I don't need it on. I'd rather listen to my records. I just need a break from TV.
Nothing at all wrong with that. But when you do come here to visit, I will catch you up. I'll catch you up, because I am on it still.
Oh yeah.
And I actually last week was yelling at the TV. I was so annoyed, but it's fine. I digress. I'm just like, I get it. It's a produced show. I understand, but also let's give the fans what the fans want. And sometimes it turns the other way, and I just look at it and I go, okay, I don't want to watch next week, and then I come back and watch next week. So.
Yeah, here we are. I get it.
I know, but drag. I mean, it's amazing, and we are definitely going to go to drag when you're here in Kansas City. We're gonna go.
Hey.
We're gonna go to drag. We're gonna have fun. I have yet to figure out where we're going to do dinner, but we will figure it out. Because I have a couple places in mind, but I'm hoping that I think they should be open. There's a couple like local places that are just absolutely incredible. So.
Whatever we do, I know we'll have the bestest time. I'm so excited to see you guys. Like y'all just took my heart when I met you years ago, and I'm so grateful for this relationship.
I am too. We tell people too. We're like, yeah, we were talking with our wedding coordinator. Well, she's a friend and everything. You still talk to your wedding coordinator? Like, well, yeah, but now she's just a friend. Like, we've moved past the business aspect of it, and now we're just like close. I actually Mark texted Linda too, or messaged her a while back, and we were chatting with her for a couple minutes, here and there. And it's just because when you meet good people, you keep those people in your life, and that's where we're at now.
Like that, right? Exactly. That's how I'd like to be too. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
We're all filling each other's cups.
We chose each other.
I know. I love it. I love my chosen family for a reason. So
I really do too.
I appreciate it, Sabrina. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for listening to Everyone's a Little Queer. Hopefully this journey, maybe somebody can relate to this journey, and maybe we'll hear about it someday, and it'd be wonderful. Maybe you're an inspiration. I love it. So until next time, I appreciate it. I'll see you soon.
Yes, see you soon.